Well, the sun's going to set shortly, and we thought we'll set the mood with something very, very special. Now, our next guest is a very, well, talented individual. I'm not going to reveal too much, but you can already see that with the sitar on stage. I was going to build up to a crescendo to welcome a very talented sitarist in no time. But let me tell you a little bit more about Mehtab Ali Niazi. Well, a child prodigy, started playing the sitar at the age of 4. He's 24 now, and he already boasts of 2 decades of a treasure trove of experience. And very quickly, what I will do is, because we're going to be handing it over to Mehtab with his encore performance. Are you all set, Mehtab?
Hello. Yes, thank you so much for the lovely introduction, first of all, and to India Today for having me here today, for always believing in my vision of taking Indian classical music to the global level, and for giving me this platform today amongst all these great personalities.
Mehtab, I want to set the context over here. What Mehtab essentially does is make the sitar essentially cool again. Very relatable with the Gen Z audience, where he goes viral on Instagram for all his tracks, adding his own unique touch to popular hits, which you are going to, well, be exposed to very shortly. But tell me something, where did you get this idea, Mehtab, to really mix, well, traditional classical music with some of these popular hits from nowadays? What was that real, well, brainstorm like?
If I tell you honestly, I wasn't very good in studies, and whenever I used to tell my my friends that I'm playing sitar, they didn't used to consider it as cool as guitar or drums. So it kind of disheartened my heart, and I wanted to do something to bridge this gap between the younger generation and myself and my music. So I figured out this fusion set where I do mixing and fusing some famous tracks with the Indian classical music, so that these people can also see the instrument and enjoy it and get entertained by it.
All right,
Like
the
all
audience
other
is all
drums
set.
and bass.
Mehtab is raring to go. Mehtab, you can take your seat.
Thank
Wow! A huge round of applause, please. Mehtab, before you pack that up, very quickly, we want to get inside the genius brain of yours, that creative masterpiece. Tell me, how do you plan to mix these songs? You pick the chords. I've done a little bit of classical myself. How do you really do the fusion piece?
It's not a big deal. I just go around my friends and I figured out which song they are listening to these days, and I just record it.
And then it becomes a trend on Instagram?
Yeah, they do. Now they have started to show off on their social medias that they know me and they know the sitar. It's now little bit the cool instrument. It's not anymore the old school kind of thing.
Mehtab, one last question. एक बात बताओ, 7th generation sitarists, how much of that style have you managed to preserve? How much of it have you managed to improvise on? What have the learnings been from the gharana that you come from?
7th generation representative, as you said, थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है क्योंकि there is always a lot of pressure on your shoulders that you have to carry forward this legacy which has been left behind by your forefathers, and you have to also make sure that you don't do any mistake or anything wrong that would put that black dot on that huge white wall.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, prodigy, powerhouse, rock star in the making, Mehtab Ali Niazi. Thank you for
so
being
much.
such a
I would
lovely
like to
audience.
sign off with this one line that I always say,
Of course.
which is whatever little difference I have made today with my music in the Indian classical music field is just the beginning, and I won't stop until I put Indian classical music and sitar on the global level. Let's go global traditionally.
A huge round of applause, please. Thank you, Mehtab.